Okay, and this is it. Coming in on camera one, main camera. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cue.
Good morning. It's Wednesday, which makes it
Hump Day.
Hump Day, September the 8th. You're with Heidi and Colette on a very important day here on TV because today at 1 o'clock we are hosting the debate, the only live debate thus far, and all 4 party candidates will be under the gun, under fire.
When we get this face on, I'm going to be like...
Do you think we'll use the canned applause at all for this? No,
I don't know if we can.
I don't think we're doing that. I'm just kidding.
Can we do that? Like,
what are you gonna do about homeless?
only if they play it after she and I speak. Oh, and Dan.
Hi, Dan. So yeah, we that's coming up today. If you have any questions, we just want to remind you, or videos, maybe if you've taken of yourself and said, "Yo, this is John Smith. I live on Wellington, and why are there so many accidents going on in this corner?" Anything like that you'd like to send us in,
yes,
you can do so to our Gmail account, which will pop up periodically throughout the show. Now, we do have quite a storm that was coming through yesterday all over Ontario. I know my parents had sent me a picture from Stony Creek, which
cool.
Which
they're right on the water.
Right on the water. We have a picture of that. That is my parents' view last night when the storm came in. Typically, you could see the CN Tower, but yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yep. That is not for my parents, but but yeah, these are the other ones. Look at that. That's beautiful though. This one's worse, but what in the? That's like the apocalypse.
Yeah.
Should I know what an apocalypse would look like, of course, but yeah. Anyways, beautiful pictures. A beautiful people. A beautiful. It just came into my head. I guess we should go to Craig, though, because I know that he knows exactly what's going to happen to the weather.
Yes.
What happened last night, Craig?
And weren't those interesting pictures from yesterday? That's all part of a system that rolled through here yesterday as well, a very extensive cold front that produced some very heavy thunderstorms in southern Ontario. We saw a little tiny thunderstorm last night from it, but most of that energy was down south. And we're going to be stuck with that low pressure system today because we have a wraparound effect happening. We'll take a look at the radar just to show you what's going on. So we have a little bit of shower activity rolling in now. This is all part of that wraparound effect, which I will show you on the 3-day forecast coming up. But we have some light showers coming in now. It's going to be mostly drizzle, and we're going to see mostly a cloudy day today with pockets of drizzle and some isolated showers. We'll take a look at your 12-day forecast and
12-hour.
yeah, there we go, 12-hour forecast. We're sitting with some rain showers most of our day today. Not that it's going to be an all-day rain. It's going to be a threat of showers for most of the day. We're going to see some winds pick up from the southwest and then swing over to the northwest later on this afternoon, just adding a little bit of coolness to the air. But temperatures holding not bad. I mean, they're still below where we should be. And I think we'll struggle to get to 19 degrees today. We're going to be stuck mostly in the 15 to 17 degrees range. So a typical September day today. We do have some good news, though, coming for next week, and we'll also show you that on the 7-day forecast coming up at the end of the show. But right now, we're going to send it right back to Heidi and Colette.
And cue.
Wow, Craig, you are a man of knowledge.
I heard watershed on the way in today on the radio.
Well, and I called it yesterday
did.
when I was subbing in and doing my little wannabe weather specialist. I referenced the watershed and imagined my elation when the statement was issued. And I think you've got that, so I'm not even going to say much more about it except, did you see the picture I picked?
Yes, I did.
And I even used like the little graphic that they use to indicate the severity of the warning.
Oh, wow, look at that.
I was so excited.
You better watch out, candidate. She's on fire today.
That's right. And Sault Ste. Marie, listen to me now. I'm going to talk to you about another statement that was issued from Algoma Public Health. They are reporting a single new case of COVID-19 from Sault Ste. Marie and area. Okay, and of course this was yesterday. So this is case number 434. And this individual is reported to be self-isolating after having been tested. On September 6th, they have listed the cause of exposure unknown. Now,
Yes,
I
our favorite.
Our favorite, I thought it might be important to kind of go into what some of the categories mean. So we frequently, deride unknown exposure as somebody who is willfully withholding information, which, I'm not entirely convinced is inaccurate. However, Algoma Public Health does provide a very succinct definition. So unknown exposure means the person did not have recent international travel nor close contact with a known case. So how the person acquired the virus is not known. That still makes me want to say, come on.
Come on. I'm still saying it. Come on.
And of course, I don't have to go into close contact because we all know what that means. And
Does it mean-
international travel, we also know,
What's
right?
close contact mean? Kissy smooch?
Close contact means
Giving
that
me a smooch?
somehow you came within the required 6 feet, 2 meters of another individual who presumably had been exposed. So that brings rolling totals to 163,133 tests having been administered, out of which we have confirmed 434 cases. 5 of those are considered to be active, with one of the 5 being a non-Algoma resident. We have resolved 429 cases, and we have 117 cases now that have tested positive or screened positive for a variant of concern. So that number is up by 1, so a very slight increase. So let's continue to be vigilant, particularly now as the kidlets are headed back to school.
Yes, they are. Now, I heard on the radio this morning, another interesting little fact was that when children, if they're off and they have 10 or 14 days, they have to stay home, and the parents are only allowed 3 sick days. What happens, and who's staying home with the sick child? So the Conservatives are calling on the Liberals right now to answer that question. So
Okay.
maybe it might pop up later today. I don't know. Yeah.
Well, there's a debate, I think, tonight.
There's one at 1 o'clock today at On TV.
Well, yes.
I don't know about any other debate going on.
Yes.
That story is posted to SiouxOnline.com if you want the details around the debate too. So, okay. Stephen Lecce, our Minister of Education, has come out and said, we are ready. The kids are going back to school, and we have made it safe. Now, they've done a lot of construction work to ventilation to make sure that things are being ventilated, I guess, to do its job, which is very important.
It's important.
Learning in classrooms are supported by physical distancing and enhanced cleaning. Oh, good. Maybe they're going to teach the kids how to clean properly. And student participation in extracurricular activities. This is a big one for me. I find that the last year was, they spend 6 hours in the room, 7 hours in the room doing their online learning. And guess what else is in that room with that desk is your PlayStation, their TV, and they're not allowed to go play with their friends, so they're sitting in front. I think Dante left his room in March of 2020. So we're looking forward to releasing Dante from his room tomorrow morning to catch that bus. Actually, there's no buses running for 2 days. 1 day, because Friday's a PA day.
Oh, you're in
I
you're
said
on
that.
Catholic, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no. I'm as far as I know, or is it both boards?
I don't know. I don't.
1 minute.
Okay, I think we need to get something straight. You have to tell me when the PA days are. That's how it has to go with my friendships, because
Okay. Well, I missed this one. I will see your Dante story. I will raise it an Emma and Sophia anecdote. We did do some back to school shopping last night, and then on the heels of that, we did go grocery shopping. And the girls were unusually excited to be in Walmart. And I was like, what is
Prepping their
happening?
lunches.
They haven't been in Walmart in 18 months. And
Yes.
Emma was bonkers.
Yeah.
And I was reminded why I will never bring them to Walmart again, because it's my happy place now.
Commercial.
it is kind of like when someone says, "Oh, I'm sorry. I'll take your." I said, "No, take your time. I can stay here an extra hour. Here, why don't you go ahead of me with those 3 carts of groceries?" I love that freedom time. When we come back from this really important commercial we're about to throw to, we are going to talk about a retired family man with an incurable blood cancer who's participating in the Sault Ste. Marie multiple myeloma mart. Maybe when you come back, I'll get that spit out. We'll be right back.
That was good.
First Local, supported by James Seton, Mortgage Specialist. Your new home doesn't come with mortgage advice. I do. Call James Seton Mortgage Specialist, RBC 705-975-1519.
Just once in a while, at parties and stuff. If that's what your kid says, they'll probably also tell you that it's not a big deal. But that's no reason not to talk about it. You could tell them that you think that's a good thing and that you're really happy they don't use it that often. Then ask them why. Maybe deep down they know it's bad. They just need your help realizing it. From there, it should be pretty easy to drop off the hint that their brain is still growing and that they shouldn't smoke pot. At least not until they're older.
Visit drugfreekidscanada.org for more tools to help start the conversation.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Morning. It is Wednesday, hump day officially, halfway through, although in a 4-day
That was my
week,
hump day.
in a 4-day week, do you even get to halfway, or much in the way that you would skip Monday, you're skipping the middle of the week too? Ooh, there's our
I
email.
think it's noon is my hump day. Maybe we'll
Okay.
call noon.
Okay.
Right around the time the
So we're sneaking
debate.
up on hump day then.
The debate's going to start.
That's right, right around the time that we'll be asking the hard questions of our local candidates.
There's the email
That's
address,
right.
by the way. Please.
Yeah.
Please send us your items for the candidates today.
You have questions you want answers to, you need to submit them because we are going to be live at 1 o'clock, approximately 90 minutes, and it's going to be, very regimented.
Regimented. I love regiment. I think that's one thing I'm happy about going back to school about. I need schedule. I need
Scheduling is important.
regimented to be military-like. Anyway, okay.
Well,
it's
speaking
fun in
of
my house.
Scheduled, we have a temporary road closure, okay? McNabb Street, specifically between Bryan Avenue and Campbell Avenue. And this, of course, this notice is being issued from the city's Public Works and Engineering Services Department to inform motorists that McNabb Street between those two avenues, Bryan and Campbell, will be closed until tomorrow, September 9th. So this closure, they want everybody to know the closure is necessary to facilitate sewer lateral replacement.
Okay, see, that excites me. Well, hey, I mean,
Sewers excite you.
It's a
the
big-
infrastructure.
there you go.
Yeah.
This is called
Yes.
underground
Yes.
infrastructure, everyone.
Of
I would love to spend a
course,
half an hour
of
discussing
course.
underground infrastructure.
So during this time, of course, they will have construction signs posted to indicate the road closure. Detour signs and directional information will also be posted to help direct traffic, to help motorists navigate this complex scenario. You are instructed to obey all detour signage and routes. Motorists are urged to be cautious. Of course, be aware of any workers. We want to keep everybody safe as they facilitate this necessary infrastructure improvement. And of course, the City of Sault Ste. Marie thanks everybody for their patience.
I knew it was going
and
there.
their cooperation during this temporary road closure period.
Which you don't have any choice but to be patient over it. So this morning, I'm like coming through, damn it, what's that road? It's a very difficult thing being in the two. It's north and northern. I think they meet, right? North and northern? Yes.
Yes.
And I'm coming down north, and there's St. George's. And there's construction. And there's a
Okay.
man there with a lollipop. Say, stop! And there's nobody coming the other way. But there was actually coming down the hill. And I thought, damn, but I thought, I read this on the news. Why did I come this way? I mean, wake up, Colette. Okay, so over to the flood statement that has been issued, and I guarantee you I'm going to rip off a watershed right now.
Yes.
Got a little piece of hair right over here. It's like a little antenna. See that?
It's very cute.
Very cute. It's not supposed to be there, but I digress. There, that's all right
I'll
again.
fix it on the next break.
Thank you. Sault Ste. Marie Region's Conservation Authority is issuing a flood outlook statement. This is posted to our website. Please pay attention. This is in effect till the 13th.
Oh, I thought you were talking to me. Please pay attention.
Oh, yeah, well, yeah, you do. What are you doing over there? Squirrel, no. This statement is sent out so that residents can be informed and aware. The weather forecast indicates 30 to 50 millimeters.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not a weather specialist, but that seems like the incessant amount of rain.
Well, sure.
We're tubing weather, yes. In your banana hammock as you go down in your tube. Flood forecasting and warning is part of the Conservation Authority's provincially mandated responsibility to let everyone know when the water levels are rising and to stay away from them. Rushing water, as you can imagine, can scoop you in and create a lot of terrible endings for a lot of people who aren't aware. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta be so careful.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a risk of an additional 5 to 10 millimeters rainfall due to thunderstorms. Currently, local rivers, creeks, and streams, as I said, are flowing at normal levels. But with the increase in the rain, you're gonna get more. So be careful. Don't go into the water. Don't slip. Stay home. No, I'm just kidding.
No, be vigilant with your kids.
Yeah, no. Oh, I wouldn't even.
Everybody, be careful. Be careful.
Step on one of those slippy rocks.
Yeah.
We have
All
3
right.
minutes to commercial. What else do you want to talk about?
Well, you know what? I'll touch on a local man, former businessman who is now retired, has been diagnosed with incurable blood cancer and correspondingly has decided to turn his diagnosis into support to raise awareness around this condition and to, you know,
Oh,
of
wow,
course,
they're beautiful family.
Yeah, that's the.
I like the green denim thing we got going on here, family. Yeah,
that's
gorgeous.
you know, of course, the matriarch Linda and the patriarch Bob, Jack. I'm not sure if it would be Jack or Yak, but it's Jach. And they talk about, you know, that moment of diagnosis, like, you know, they're in Florida, 2016, you know, retired. So enjoying, you know, the fruits of their labors throughout their lives, certainly. So they're in Florida, 2016, and they're driving on a highway, and suddenly his vision becomes blurred. Now, this would have been just shy of his 70th birthday, so, you know, they brushed it off. It's stress, it's this or that, as we all want to do, you know. However, a few days later, Bob, an avid golfer, actually was unable to swing his club. So they did immediately go to the emergency department, and it was discovered that Bob did have a growth in his sigmoid sinus, which was the apparent reason for his vision, the sudden onset of the vision difficulties. So they flew back to Canada, you know, they're testing biopsies, and that is when he went into radiation, and after 35 treatments, he was diagnosed with multiple myeloma. I do actually have a friend, a very good friend, who is managing this condition as well. So they do have in Sault Ste. Marie annually a march, a walk for myeloma. This year, of course, it will be virtual. I have posted this article to the website along with many relevant links if you wish to support the Jack family, their team specifically, in their efforts to fundraise. There's a link going directly to their page. The 11th annual Sault Ste. Marie Multiple Myeloma March will be taking place virtually on September 12th at 10 a.m. The 5K walk or run, as you would do, has been modified to help stop the spread of COVID-19, of course. Interestingly, in a terrible way, multiple myeloma, which is also just known as myeloma, is the second most common form of blood cancer. So it affects a type of immune cell called plasma cell, and that is found in bone marrow. So I have posted all of the relevant information. We are in negotiations with Bob and Linda to have an interview. So I'll be hearing back from them today, and we look forward to bringing you more about this family's courageous battle.
Thank you very much. When we come back, we're going to talk about how the Liberals have pulled up a little bit, just by an inch. Terry Sheehan, our local candidate running for the federal MP spot again, is just ahead of the Liberals, and they are neck and neck. And we have more about what's going to happen with the candidates when we come back, as well as some other local news.
Okay.
First Local, supported by Rick Mooney, sales representative for Street City Realty. Sold, the sign you want, Rick, the realtor you need.
Every day, people in crisis need someone to answer their call for help, to let them know they're not alone. Whenever people need someone, the Canadian Red Cross is there, on the phone lines and the front lines, around the world and here at home. But none of it would be possible without people just like you. No matter who you are, you have something to give. You can be that someone with the Canadian Red Cross. Learn more at redcross.ca/someone.
First Local, supported by Tammy Ovey. Are you looking for an agent who confidently knows the culture and community of Sault Ste. Marie? Call Tammy Ovey, 705-971-0171.
Rollers Bocce is now open, located downstairs at the Marconi. If you're new to bocce or love the game, Rollers is the place for you. Grab your friends and family and let the good times roll. Book your court today at rollersbocce.ca.
Good morning and welcome back to First Local Mornings. It is Wednesday, September 8th. Tune in at 1 o'clock to be witness to the first debate of the local political candidates. My first interview of this nature. I'm excited to work alongside Colette and Dan as we ask the questions that are important to our local citizens. And we have already received many such questions. Some people have even submitted video footage of themselves asking the questions, which I think is very impactful in and of itself. You can see right there that we do have an email address dedicated to this show. So if you want to reach out to us specifically to ask a question of the candidates, or just to kind of give us any sort of, event that's happening for you, birthdays, anniversaries, celebrations of any sort, you can send it to that email on tvfirstlocal@gmail.com. We do check it.
Also, I just want to say, during the debate itself, you can submit questions as well. So,
good.
If perhaps when a conversation occurs and it piques a question at that time, please feel free to send them live.
Sure.
Okay, well, there were some collisions yesterday that sent some people to the hospital shortly. I guess there was one later in the evening, which is not on this page, so I will come back to you and tell you about that. But you know what I did want to talk about? There was, in Vietnam, a man has been jailed for 5 years for passing COVID, for breaking the restrictions. I wanted to tell you about that yesterday. It was kind of, I've added it into my news reads, but I just found that they're very, very strict. He's 28 years old. He was convicted of spreading the dangerous infectious disease at a one-day trial at the People's Court, and then we're going to show a picture of him, at the People's Court in the Southern Province. The state-run Vietnam News Agency reported that he has been one of the world's Vietnam has been one of the world's coronavirus success stories, but now is in the news for huge surges and huge waves of COVID-19 right now. The numbers are startling over there at the moment. They're battling COVID-19 that has infected more than 36,000 people. They were at 144 at the beginning of this whole thing and fell and kept straight with that. So they're experiencing huge surge. The country has also sentenced 2 other people to 18 months and 2 years suspended jail term for the same charges. So yeah.
Wow.
Just want to let you know.
Wow. I actually am rendered. I don't have a word for that.
Good morning, Vietnam.
So I'm not going to say anything. I've got nothing, and the camera's on me. So, well, you know what? The seasons are changing, which means eventually the snow is going to come. Yes, I've said it. The snow is coming.
Serious right now.
And correspondingly, following a 3-year price freeze, the province has decided to introduce a $5 fee increase for the 2022 seasonal and classic trail permits. So this has to do with the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs, Okay?
Yes, they were at the
And-
Christmas, excuse me for interrupting, they
That's
were at
okay.
the Santa Claus parade.
Yeah.
When we did the outdoor last year.
Yeah, so they are going to be increasing the permit fees by $5, and this is intended to help the Ontario Federation of Snowmobile Clubs and its member organizations to keep pace with rising operation or operating costs associated with Ontario's favorite winter pastime, while ensuring that snowmobiling remains affordable across the province. So the prices associated with snowmobiling are as follows. So for a seasonal permit that you purchase prior, and this is of course posted to the website, so if I go too quickly, go check it out, sueonline.com. So seasonal permits purchased prior to November 2nd, 2021 will be $195. Purchased after November 2nd through to December 1st, it goes up to $225. And then December 2nd and onwards, you're looking at $275. Classic permits purchased prior to November 2nd, $155. Purchased November 2nd on through to December 1st, $155, and then December 2nd and onwards, $185. Okay, so yeah, there it is, and do go check it out if you are an avid snowmobiler. You need to make sure you have permits to ride on the groomed trails.
$5 increase?
I think that's nominal. Meh.
I think that's a lot to increase something by in 1 year.
$5?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I do. Well, maybe it's because I have such a love for snow and playing in it. Like, what? No.
Well, I mean, they put a lot of effort into grooming the trails.
I
I'm
do.
not sure
I just
how
think
I feel about it.
It's
I haven't spent a lot of time on the groomed trails. Where I grew up, you just kind of ripped around, so.
I can't.
I know, I'm not going to say the words because you start thinking Little House on the Prairie. Can
I
we
wasn't
get
thinking
some
Little House
violins?
on the Prairie, your groomed trail, but I just was.
Oh.
I just bugging you. So before we went through the commercial, we talked about the Liberals, how they're inching back into the race.
Oh.
Very, very close, tight race. Heading into this third week, the federal election now sits at with Terry Sheehan on top, follows nipping at his heels, Sonny Spina, and following a little behind now the NDP candidate Marie and Casper. He's sitting at the lower end. You know what? I was discussing this with someone yesterday. It must be difficult for someone from these other parties, other than your Liberals, your Conservatives, who are out there pounding the pavement. Casper's done a great job of marketing and putting up a lot of signs throughout the city.
Yeah.
Really have seen more
Came
of his
on the
signs.
show.
He was on the show, first to respond to be on the show. But it's such a great experience for somebody, even though your party is likely not going to be in a leader of the country. But I just had some food for thought yesterday. It takes a lot of guts to go out there and
I think so.
throw your name in the ring, throw your hat in the ring, and if you want to make a change, he's trying. So.
The ultimate popularity contest.
Well, that too. So the Liberals lost their lead heading into the election called during the second week, if you'll remember. The local trend mirrored the national projection, giving the Conservatives a strong enough lead to lead some thinking that was a clear sign for victory. As you know, Ford came out and said, yes, we're doing these. This is what we're doing for passports, 4-year vaccinations.
Okay.
That was a very political move, a very strong political move, as they needed some direction. So if you will go back and remember, that was during the second week where the Conservatives slipped. Liberals are back on top. We will see what happens here. But again, to join us at 1 o'clock this afternoon to fire those questions away.
Yeah.
I do have some more information for more news we want to get to, especially a story that's happening in Sudbury.
Yeah.
And well as London police looking into, I know we were kind of joking about it yesterday. We joke, haha, we funny, haha. But it's not funny. I mean, they're throwing rocks at someone, regardless if he's a Liberal leader or Conservative leader or the leader of
Canada.
The leader of Ugly Toe Society. I don't know. But I mean, you shouldn't be throwing rocks at anybody. So the London police are looking into that. They want to stop his campaign trail, and Trudeau is saying absolutely not. He's for the working people, and he's going to continue on. But we'll talk more about that when we come right back.
First Local, supported by the Canadian Bush Plain Heritage Centre, where adventure takes off. First Local, supported by Gary Chervinsky, Exit Realty, Lake Superior. Buying a home is a big decision, so is choosing the right agent. Call Gary Chervinsky, broker at Exit Realty, Lake Superior, 705-257-5432.
When I found out I had cancer, it was the hardest day of my life. But life is bigger than cancer.
First Local, supported by United Way. Help make your community a better place. Show your local love and donate today. First Local. Well, welcome back. Here we are once again at the halfway mark of our show.
Oh, it's hump day of the show.
You know, I thought I was doing better at pacing myself. Got about this much. Notice how I'm carefully not showing the name, but I will, if need be. All right. I might as well just get the provincial note. See, I don't have to because she is.
No.
I'm just going to get the provincial numbers out of the way, and that way we've taken care of the COVID. So they did, okay, so of course Monday being the holiday, what's that?
Oh, no, nothing.
Oh, they did. Monday being the holiday, they kind of condensed 2 days into one. So imagine the eyebrows that lifted when all of a sudden Ontario reported 1,145 new cases of COVID-19 and 5 deaths. Then they were quick to add, of course, this is over 2 days. So logging 564 new infections yesterday, 434 of them people who are not fully vaccinated or whose vaccination status is unknown, and 3 deaths. And then on Sunday, 581 new cases, including 457 in people who had not yet received 2 doses of a COVID vaccine, or again, those whose vaccination status isn't known. 2 deaths reported related to the virus on Sunday. So Health Minister Christine Elliott says that nearly 84% of Ontarians 12 years and older have received at least 1 dose of COVID-19, and slightly more than 77% have received 2 doses. Okay, 295 patients are in hospital, 192 are in intensive care due to the virus. However, they just wanted to clarify that not all hospitals report on holidays. So
Thank you very much. Now, Heidi mentioned those numbers were eyebrow raising, but when we're going to throw to Craig and do his weather update, but so you know, I have some eyebrow raising numbers to share with you that were released yesterday by Dr. Teresa Tam, what our October might look like. However, let's find out what our September weather is going to look like.
Thank you very much. It looks like September weather is going to be sticking around for a while, especially with these gray conditions and some showery conditions for our day today. We'll take a look at the satellite. Perfect example of what a low pressure system looks like. So the low is right here. We have this cold front here, which produced some pretty heavy thunderstorms, maybe even some tornadoes yesterday or last evening in the southern Ontario region. But we have this mess to work around. This is called the wraparound effect, with this cloud and showers wrapping around that low pressure system. So as that low kind of moves off towards the northeast, all this is going to follow with it. So we're going to be in this broken shower pattern, mainly drizzle for today. We'll take a look at the radar. You can see a little line of showers just coming in now. It's just light stuff. Most of it's staying north of the city, but again, we have this broken pattern, and all this stuff is coming our way for most of our day. So not an all-day rain, but a threat of rain for most of our day. We're going to struggle to get to 18 degrees. We may do that by 5 o'clock this afternoon. 16 in Wawa, 17 degrees in Sudbury and Timmins. And again, we're all influenced by that low pressure system, so we're all seeing that broken shower pattern today. And this is what we look like as we draw it on the map. So here's that low. It's moving away, but again, we have all this stuff here. Also a trough line too. So there's showers on either side of that trough line that's going to be coming through. Again, we're not anticipating a lot of showers. We're not anticipating any sort of thunderstorms, just gray, damp for our day today. Let's take a look at the forecast then. For the next 3 days today, just showers in and out, mainly cloudy conditions. Cool too. We're going to see some winds from the northwest pickup or west-northwest pickup. So it's going to add to the coolness today. 16 degrees for Thursday. Again, we're going to have those showers ending and then mainly cloudy. Might even see some sun late Thursday. And for Friday, we see a peak of sun. Temperatures around 18 degrees. Still off the mark. We should be around 20, 21 degrees for our daytime high. So we're a little low today and this week, but we are going to build those temperatures up next week a little bit, and we'll show you that on the 7-day forecast coming up. Right now, we're going to send it right back to Heidi and Colette.
Thank you, Craig.
Oh, Craig, I don't know. We're filming something this weekend. I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say anything, so I shan't. But
I think you might have.
He might be there going,
Oh God, Heidi, shut
Don't
up.
worry, Craig, I'll stop
Pull her
now.
mic. Pull her mic. Let's
Pull
find
her
out.
mic. Make her stop.
Let's go into social media before
Okay,
we
let's
hit
go
up
into
some of
the
these
social
amazing
needs.
federal
Yes.
numbers.
Of course, it hiccuped. Don't worry, you don't have to dance.
I love to dance.
I did some dancing this weekend. Oh, I danced my pants off.
Good for you.
I did. So,
Panty remover dance time.
woo, woo. Mike,
said
can you
it,
pop
not
them
me.
up for me just while this is being difficult?
Where are you, Mike? Okay, we just experienced a little problem with that.
problème. All right. Well, here we go. I've got it. Fine.
Leave it to a woman to solve the problem.
That's right. Steve Childs beating everybody to the punch this morning. GMAHYHAGHD and S. So, good morning, all.
I need to stretch for this one.
Hope you have a great hump day and S. Sleep, snooze,
Show.
schlumba.
Show?
Yeah. You got me.
Steve, thanks for sending in your questions, and we do have them on the debate for today.
Steve sent in like an itemized list.
He did.
Very well spoken, too. Well done, Steve.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, they will be put up.
I'm going to be peppering those throughout the
Peppering.
debate. Let me tell you, pepper.
Bing, 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 bing.
Different from Peppa Pig. Jim Whitty, good morning. All
Good
capital letters. Well, good morning to you, Jim Whitty.
Just a blanket hello. That's nice, Jim.
Margaret McKegg, good morning all. Good morning to you, Margaret. Jim Whitty, where does a camel go for ice cream? Dromedary Queen. Yes.
What?
Dromedary Queen.
I can't see the thing on the screen. Mike, do you have that click off of it or something? Come on. Oh, there's a problem. Dante gave me a joke.
Okay.
Did I tell you this already?
I don't know.
What do you call a bagel that flies?
No.
A plain bagel.
That's a good one too.
Isn't it?
All right. Marilyn Trumbull. Uh-oh, 4 exclamation points. I better
get
get
ready.
myself up for this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. Enjoy your day, she says. Well, good morning to you, Marilyn, out contributing to the little critters in the community, the kitties. She's a volunteer with TAG, as well as a busy lady. So good morning to you. I hope your day is great. Bradley, good morning, everyone. Does that feel like 3 exclamation
That felt
points?
like a few. I'm not going to lie. I
Okay.
could feel it. Yeah.
He says, happy hump day, and there's a peace sign, of course. Oh, I forget that they can see that. Okay. Jim Whitty bidding Brad good morning. Brad comes back and says, good morning, Jim. Enika, good morning, everyone. Happy hump day. All the way from the Netherlands. Happy hump day to you, Enika. Tony Mancuso.
Hey, Tony, what up?
Be careful. Happy hump day, everyone. Good morning. Doesn't look like the morning's going to be very promising, but let's make the best of the day and the week. Yes, Tony, that's a nice optimistic perspective.
He's a very positive person. Every time I've met Tony, he's always very positive. And if you're ever feeling down, just text him. He'll make you feel good. He will. He's like, come on, you can do it. He's a very encouraging person. Good morning, Tony, and your beautiful wife, and have a great day today.
Kimberly.
What's up with Kimberly today?
She says, good morning, all.
Good
Ooh,
morning.
There's a little mallard duck emoji. Did you know that?
No.
I didn't know. We are nipper sinkers. We are in luck. If it rains all week, just pretend you're a duck. Quack, quack. quack, waddle, waddle. Okay. Maybe not
That
everybody's
was
seen that
awesome.
commercial, but there is a commercial. All right. Jim Whitty, fun fact. Wednesday follows Tuesday and comes before Thursday. A truer fact has yet to be
I'm
shared.
not too sure.
You
We
are
need to fact
accurate.
proof that would fact check that one.
Giselle Chakosky.
Good morning, Giselle.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Giselle. And, merci beaucoup. Happy hump day, going back to college today. Congratulations, merci.
Oh,
That's
good
fantastic.
for you. Excellent.
What are you
Well, yeah, I was just going to
taking?
say that. What are you taking?
Yes,
Yes. What are you turning? Yeah. All those questions.
Okay, so that wraps it up for now.
Okay. And that was just telling someone giving us, that was like the cane on the stage. You know what I haven't done today yet?
What?
Pick your nose.
I'm so sorry.
Yes, you should be. Just saying that, my Izzy, Connor's girlfriend, left for her schooling
right.
in Ottawa on Thursday. Oh, so
The
it's quite
challenges
sad.
of young love.
Yes, they've been together for 2 years, so they are, he's sad, but he's working his butt off. Anyways, good luck to everybody who's starting school and leaving home maybe for the first time. How exciting.
Yes, and parents, be brave, because even if you think that your child isn't capable, you have to give them an opportunity to prove you wrong. Let them spread their wings.
Let them spread their wings. When we come back, we're going to share some more news with you.
Yes.
And do you have any factoids today?
I do have a factoid, yes.
Well, we're going to open up with that, so come back.
Yes.
Family owned and operated, AG Quinnell Well Drilling has been serving Sault Ste. Marie and surrounding area since 1968. For a free estimate, call 705-779-3909. AG Quinnell Well Drilling, available for all your water needs. 1944, 2nd Line West, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. AG Quinnell Well Drilling. Call 705-779-3909 for a free estimate today. First Local, supported by Tenaris Algoma Tubes. Kickstart your career. Tenaris is rapidly growing in Sault Ste. Marie and looking for individuals interested in rewarding production and technician roles. If you are ready for a progressive career opportunity with benefits in advanced manufacturing, then please send your resume to resumes@tenaris.com.
First Local, supported by The Refinery, the leader in women's fitness and transformations. 624 Wellington Street West in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Call 705-255-8895 for more information.
Good morning. Welcome back to First Local on this fine hump day, which is September the 8th, 2021. Here with Heidi and Colette on First Local. Please join me every hour beginning at 11 for your news this hour, as well as our 5 o'clock newscast. And Jacob's Sports Show at 4 o'clock this week as well. So usually it's Fridays. I'm not too sure if he's I know he's shortening it up because he's doing something this week, but we will have that to you for Friday. Mike Chakowski has just sent me a message that he has found something for you, Heidi.
For me?
Yes.
Oh, God, here we
Shall
go.
I have no idea what it is.
Well, let's guess.
Actually, Heidi.
What?
So, everybody's heard about the new Dune movie coming out?
Yes.
2021?
I
Yes.
have it.
Well, guess who's in it?
Oh, yeah, here it is.
Look at that.
Oh, look at him.
He's bent down because he's a tall man.
Maybe you could leave it to the side.
I don't know. I do, and I remember watching it as a child, but
This gentleman in here is a Canadian.
this is a, yes?
We're actually talking about this. So this is one of my news items
Go
here.
for it.
Okay, well,
Denis Villeneuve.
go ahead. Why don't you do it right now? That's a nice little segue. And then from there, I'm going to talk about the horrible numbers that are coming out in October due to vaccines. But, we can start with this.
You're going to force me to recover quickly from Jason Momoa. Okay, so this adaptation that we're just showing you pictures of, it's an adaptation of Dune. It is being put forward by Canadian filmmaker Denis Villeneuve, and he said that for him, it's more than a personal and professional accomplishment. He really includes it as part of his identity. So he says that the 1965 novel that spawned the feature was a seminal part of his teenage years because he was big on European sci-fi comics. He then discovered cinema and dreamt of making films about worlds beyond ours. Okay, so an epic interstellar story of warring families and a young anti-hero has lingered in his mind ever since, and now his vision of author Frank Herbert's tale hits the biggest of screens Saturday as a world-exclusive IMAX. Oh my God, can you imagine? An IMAX special event at the Toronto International Film Festival. I didn't know they did IMAX films at the TIFF. Did you know that?
I did know that. I've been to TIFF pretty much every year except for the
Well,
last
that's why I
two.
looked at you, because,
Yep.
you know, I mean, I usually look to you because you're generally knowledgeable. So,
Yeah, I don't know about that.
At any rate, this is posted to our website at SiouxOnline.com. It's a really cool read. Other cast members besides Jason Momoa.
Oh, he's not playing all the characters? We're not interested. Oh my God. You want to go see him in IMAX?
Josh Brolin, Stellan Skarsgård, Javier Bardem.
Oh, I like him.
Yes.
Good, you know.
Yes.
Oh, so does Heidi.
Yeah, there are a number of high-profile celebs in it. Obviously, I can't go into everything, but I do invite you once again to check out our website. We do have this story captured in its entirety, and I encourage you to read it, not just for the Momoa.
Oh my God. Yeah, okay. Your face looks like your red coffee cup, which
Yes,
you don't
well,
want to name by name.
okay, then
Okay, well, I
look away.
apologize for having to switch from happiness to this story, but yesterday, Chief Public Health Officer Dr. Teresa Tam, who has been in the news since March of 2020 every day, has put out the latest figures showing an immediate acceleration of vaccine uptake for people 18 to 39 is needed, and we need to spread this message. If you fall into the categories of 18 to 39, you need to be vaccinated, because if you don't, this is the possibility that's up. And now I know people are going to say, oh, here we go, this, you know, you're scaring us, this and that, but numbers are numbers. Tam says slowing vaccination rates and early reopenings across across the country has set the stage for a major resurgence. So I wanted to share this with you because if you are considering if you should be vaccinated and you fall into that category, listen up. If Canadians are not able to get COVID-19 back on track, Tam warns they could see numbers they've never seen yet in this health crisis yet.
Wow.
And we're talking numbers of 15,000 new cases each day by the beginning of October if the transmission rate remains as it is. Modeling shows Canada could see more than 15,000 per day. Like I said, she notes that there's still time to change this course. Go get vaccinated if you're in that category. And that is just the data that was released yesterday. Important to share. Let's do something about it.
Okay.
Are you just taking, yeah?
Well, thank goodness. I think my coloring from Jason Momoa has been cool.
I think we get it. She likes Momoa. Oh my God, move on.
Let's talk about the cannabis industry.
Oh, no.
No.
There's no money in the cannabis industry, is there?
Well, the cannabis industry wants to change the regulations limiting pot beverage sales. So when cannabis beverages, when they first hit the market in early 2020, industry players then saw the products as a way to bolster flagging revenues and attract new customers who otherwise might not purchase pot products, right? Maybe people aren't into the edibles, maybe they don't want the inhalants. Okay. However, restrictive regulations prevent manufacturers from selling the beverages in a familiar way, producers say, and it makes it difficult to appeal to would-be consumers. So, for example, alcohol drinkers are shocked to hear that many cannabis beverages cannot be purchased in six-packs. And this is coming from the Cannabis Council of Canada President and Chief Executive George Smitherman. I have to read the quote because it's quite funny. They're like, what do you mean there's a limit? Nobody limits how many bottles of tequila I buy. In fact, if I bought a lot, they might even offer to help me to the car, he said. Over here with cannabis, we're in a different world.
Yes.
Truer words have never been spoken. So, and then according to Sean Webster, and we had reported on Canopy Growth Corporation, the head of government and stakeholders relations for Canada, the problem lies in regulations that limit customers to no more than 30 grams of dried cannabis or its liquid equivalent, 2.1 liters per transaction.
Thank you very much. When we come back from a commercial break, we're going to talk about a very big debate. Yes, we do have one at 1 o'clock, but Heidi was not incorrect in saying that tonight there is a big debate. It is the English debate, which is pivotal for all federal leaders. I also want to talk to you about Sudbury Police looking for a suspect in a hit-and-run homicide investigation. We'll have those details when we come right back.
Pivot. First Local, supported by Maker North, 3D printing, laser cutting, 3D design, education, prototyping, and more. Maker North, whatever it takes.
Inches fake. Home to Lola. Bounds. This large male sports a way trimming black fur. Dominance of
You don't need a media monkey to make healthy choices. Think for yourself. A message from Concerned Children's Advertisers.
First Local, supported by Nogda Windeman Family and Community Services. Be an alternative care parent. A child needs you.
First Local, supported by Northern Safety and Training, locally owned and operated. Get your DZ training for only $2,000, tax included. Call 705-987-8460 for more information.
Good morning and welcome back. As we round out our time with you this morning, my coffee is done, so that's going to have to be addressed. We do have one more update from Craig when that comes ready. Okay, well, I'm going to hop into my factoid very quickly. Only one today, because it's a big one. So this day in 1968, the Beatles were seen performing Hey Jude on the UK television show Frost on Sunday in front of an invited audience. Imagine being on that invitation list. Wow.
Yeah.
The song was the first single from the Beatles' record label, Apple Records, and at over 7 minutes in length. Wow, that's a long song. At over 7 minutes in length, Hey Jude was at the time the longest single ever to top the British charts. It also spent 9 weeks at #1 in the United States, the longest run at the top of the American charts for a Beatles single. Wow.
Thank you very much. Now let's find out from our celebrity here in-house what's going on for the rest of the day, maybe the 7-day, maybe the 3-day. What's going on, Craig?
Well, we're going to take a look at the 7-day forecast just because there's no news at 5 o'clock tonight because of the debate special we're airing. So we're going to treat you to the 7-day forecast right now. And it's not looking all that bad. I mean, we do have some cooler temperatures, but we are starting to see some 20-degree temperatures work their way back, especially into next week. So we just have to deal with some cooler, gray, damp conditions today. Then we start to see a little bit of a dry period develop and some cooler temperatures tomorrow, but we start to rebound those temperatures for next week. So it's not looking all bad. And keep in mind that for September, we are supposed to be trending slightly above seasonal temperatures. So that looks like it's going to come into play next week. Definitely not this week, for sure. That's your weather right now. Let's send it back to you guys.
Thank you very much, Craig. Like you did mention, we will not have the 5 o'clock news because we're having the debate replay. Again, tonight there will be another debate. Televised debate. Now, last week they did the French debate, which so that debate as well as this one really helps. Like I said, it's a pivotal point in the federal election for those for the candidates because those are the two debates that people are watching and running off of. So five federal parties. Last time we only had the 4 there. Will face off in the first of 2 official election debates Wednesday night before September 20th. Election day arrives with less than 2 weeks to go. Millions of voters are expected to tune in for tonight's 2-hour French debate and Thursday's English debate. Okay, so Trudeau, all your big hitters are going to be there. But more importantly, your big hitters will be here at 1 o'clock. Also in Sudbury, police are looking at an investigation into a hit-and-run collision. Emergency services were called after a pedestrian was hit by a car near the intersection of LaSalle Boulevard and Notre Dame Avenue early this morning. The 30-year-old pedestrian sustained critical injuries and later died in hospital. I apologize. This was yesterday morning, not today, says this morning on this printout. The 30-year-old pedestrian suffered injuries, died. Police say the vehicle's driver fled the scene before officers arrived. Investigators say the driver of the vehicle, the 30-year-old man, was involved in an altercation in a gas station parking lot before the collision occurred. Police say the victim was stabbed before being intentionally run over with the vehicle. This crazy story is just bizarre. It's so horrible. Officers found the red four-door Dodge Magnum was unoccupied on Mitchell Street. The driver of the vehicle is described as being a 6-foot white man with a medium build and brownish red hair. At the time of the incident, he was wearing a black t-shirt with a black and red flannel shirt. If that rings any bells with you, if you're watching this morning and you have information, please contact the Sudbury Police.
Okay. All right, well, we did have one more person hop onto social media. We have Paul Eric von Voss bidding everybody good morning.
Good morning.
Now, I don't know if well, you may have watched the show before, but this is the first time you're commenting, Paul, because I know you, so welcome aboard. Thank you for saying good morning. Kimberly is also a friend of his. Good morning, my friend Paul. Paul responds, good morning to my friend Kim. Paul does a lot to keep the citizens of Sault Ste. Marie safe. He's the owner-operator of Driver's Seat. So if you do go out and you do have some cocktails, there is a number for you to call that will enable you and your vehicle to get to your destination safely. So do look up Driver's Seat if you are going to be out and you are going to imbibe. Yes.
Yes. Well, thank you very much for that. No other factoids for today?
No other factoids. They were kind of dry this morning. So, but I will say that tomorrow at the Ermatinger Old Stone House, they are having a multi-generational art show. Oh. Okay, so featuring the works of Doug Bradford and Cindy Bradford Hatt, as well as some guest artists. Okay, this is of course sponsored by the Ontario Arts Council. It is happening tomorrow, September the 9th at 12 noon. If you do intend to go, you are invited to RSVP, please, at 705-759-5443. Multi-generational art show, Art at the House. It is their grand opening. So do show up.
Yeah, and I hear if you're going to Sacred Heart School here in the Sioux, you're going to a beautiful brand new school which opens tomorrow. We posted that story to the site. Just looking at it, looks like a gorgeous looking building. There's some really beautiful buildings in the Sioux for schooling. The new one that Sophia's attending, beautiful building as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, looks pretty cool. Well, I mean, we've got a lot of stretching and a lot of like the lip, the tongue, and getting ready for that debate
today.
Getting
our neutral faces. We may have to do some mean mugging.
Oh my God! There's no way we're keeping straight faces. Like we need to go to the dollar store and get those.
This one to you.
This look is called pensive. Anyway, again, we are going to be having the 1 o'clock debate today with all 4 party leader candidates.
Yes.
It's going to be really interesting. It is going to be done by Zoom because we want to respect the protocols put in place, obviously. Okay. There's the email, guys, on TV, firstlocal@gmail.com. There is a minute left to show. I don't know. What's your top question, do you think? Or top category or like anything? What's your feeling for this?
Well, for me, I think it's going to be an even split between opioid crises and crime, because I find that the two are interrelated.
Absolutely.
But then how do you take out, C-75 and all of the contributing factors? So as an umbrella, I would say crime and drugs.
And this afternoon, I'm going to let you in a secret. I'm leading towards more the Indigenous relations and what we're going to do locally with regards to Shimrock and the residential schooling and why we haven't heard anything here and what the plan is moving forward with that.
Good.
Okay, well, holy cow. Pull up your knickers, your socks, and anything else that you can because 1 o'clock is going to be awesome. We'll see you then.